try to record this meeting. I don't know if I can. I'm trying again because virtual checking meetings were not set for recording. So I don't know, but I will try. Okay, so page number 26, guys. I'm going to walk through a little bit slower on these problems and try to make sense of what they are asking for. So page number 26, take a look at this. Let's understand the question itself. Yesterday, I was a little fast and had to go faster and could not explain in a detail. So what is the meaning of find a power series? What's the meaning? Power series center at 0, which is the same as Maclaurin series. Same as Maclaurin series. Now, I don't know, is anybody in the wait room? I keep on checking. Okay, got it. Okay, I believe everybody's in. Okay, one more time. Find the power series at x equal to 0 means Maclaurin series. Now, if you remember Maclaurin series, you have several derivatives. You have so many derivatives, which you don't want to find. You don't want to do so many derivatives. So take a hint here. Anytime you see the rational function, think about geometric series. Anytime you see the rational function, think about a geometric series. Can we do the manipulation? Because Maclaurin series are the only ones you can do the manipulation. So if I consider this as a geometric series sum, then I can think of doing something. Now, this is the general rule is first 4, 0 and general terms. What values of X series converge? What is the meaning of this is find IOC. Now, to find IOC, we need to find ROC. To find ROC, we need to use the ratio test. So I'm just making connection, what the question is asking and what you could do. Okay, guys, I just want to let people in. So understand the question again. Find the power series f of x at center 0. Center 0 means Maclaurin. Maclaurin means you have to find all those derivatives and do the work. But if it is rational function, think about, is there any way we can write it as a over 1 minus r? Is it possible? Second thing, it's asking for what values of X series converge. What this means is find IOC. To find IOC, we need to find radius of convergence. To find radius of convergence, we have to use the ratio test. Being effective, efficient. I don't want to do so much work. So how can I make a connection as a geometric series? So I'm going back here. How can I rewrite as a over 1 minus r? Think about making some manipulation. I need a 1 here. I need a minus sign here. 12 you can factor out. 12 you can take it out. So it doesn't matter. But how do you make this 1? So that's the piece here. I'm going to show you algebraic manipulation is divide each and every term by 4. Divide each term by 4. So what do we get? 3 over 1 plus x over 4. Ask question if any, guys. We need to rewrite as a over 1 minus r. First term here, this formula has to be 1. A could be 3. Minus r, you can rewrite this as 3 over 1 minus negative x over 4. Now, we know this geometric series is starting with, if I have to expand this, I can say that first term is a 3. And each time you multiply by common ratio r. You can expand it. Ask question if any. First 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not simplify. General term would be still 3 x over 4 to the n. Any question? Isn't this cool? Manipulation. You do not want to do this, finding all those derivatives. If we make a connection, the formula has to be a over 1 minus r with a center 0. Okay, so if I make a connection like this, what will be my common ratio r? Let's talk about IOC. IOC common ratio is x over 4. So absolute value x over 4 has to be less than 1, which means x has to be less than 4, which means IOC is this. That's my interval of convergence. You don't have to show any work. You can just make a connection. This as a geometric series. So big deal. What is a big deal? Sometimes multiple choice question, they would say, what are all the same? So I'm going to show you what this is as a summation notation. 3 negative x to the over n, and starting with 0 to infinity is the same as 12 over 4 plus x is the same as 3 over 1 plus x over 4. They all are same. They all mean same. This is the sum of a geometric series. That is the sum of geometric series, which is the expanded form, which is the same as this. All 1, 2, 3, 4, they are all same. Rational function we rewrite as a geometric series a over 1 minus r. We can expand it. We can find IOC. Okay, so any question, guys, tell me. I'm planning to spend 15 minutes on page 26, 15 minutes on page 27, but I don't want to, we have a time today. Please ask question if any. Okay, well, let's take a look at the next one is find the power series for 1 over 1 minus x square. I want to show you two different ways to do this. Two different ways to do this. 1 over 1 minus x square is, I'm making this a common review also. Can I factor it? 1 plus x, 1 minus x. Can we do the PFD? If you recall PFD, partial fraction decomposition, what will be on numerator here if I use a PFD, which means this is 1 minus x, 1 plus x. Let's quick review about PFD. This factor will be 0 when x is negative 1. So cross this out, put negative 1 here, and coefficient is 1/2. This factor will be 0 when x is a 1, so cross it out and substitute 1 here. 1 plus 1, 2, this is 1/2. So what this means is I can add two series. Yes, you can add two series. My first term is 1/2, common ratio is x. So 1/2, and I can add the series plus 1/2. Oh, that was negative x. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, this is for here, and this is here. Would be 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube and onwards. So how do you add these two series? How do you add the two series? 1/2 times 1, 1/2 times 1, 1/2 and 1/2. My first term is 1. X and negative x get cancelled. X square and x square and 1/2. So my next term is x square. Cube get cancelled, but you can see what's happening. So the next term would be x to the 4, x to the 6, and the common general term would be x to the 2n. Versus, can I straight away replace x with x square, which is fine. 1 plus x square plus x square to the second plus x square to the third and x square to the n, which is same. Replace x with x square. You are allowed to do it because center is a 0. The question is IOC, interval of convergence. Here, my common ratio is x square. Ratio has to be less than 1, which means absolute x has to be less than 1, which means IOC is this. So same type of questions we are doing our using manipulation technique. Of course, there is a grinding out a way is find all those derivatives and list them, substitute into Maclaurin series. So the name is a power series, which is also Maclaurin series because center is 0. Manipulation is possible only if center is 0. Okay, so the next question is, this is a repeated question, but I'm going to explain. C is very interesting. So B and C. I want to do B and C. The first one is easy. You are supposed to memorize this, 1 over 1 minus x. We give the name f of x. So let's pick up some speed here because we have done this. You are supposed to memorize this basics power series and general term, which is x to the n. What values of x series converge? So absolute R is absolute x. So IOC is this geometric series. You don't have to do the ratio test. Understand the question is what values of x series converge? It means finding interval of convergence domain. So this is easy, we got it. I want to make sure that you understand B and C. So use your answer in A to find the Maclaurin series for f prime of x. So let's make a connection here. F prime of x is, can we find the derivative of this? What will be the derivative? What will be the derivative? I'm writing here because when we have come so far in the BC calculus that we have forgotten the basic first semester material. Derivative of this is -1. I'm just writing here -1 minus x to the -2, which will be n times derivative of inside, which -1. So derivative is this. Using power rule and chain rule. Power rule and chain rule. We have come so far in BC calculus that we forget the basic derivative rules. -1, 1 minus x to the -2 times derivative of d dx, which is -1, and 2 negative makes it positive. So this is very interesting multiple choice question. They will ask what's the series for 1 over 1 minus x square. Now you cannot multiply the two series. You cannot write it 1 over 1 minus x times 1 over 1 minus x. You can, it's not possible to multiply the two infinite series. So here you have to make a connection of derivative and integration. So first let's find the f prime of x. Derivative of 1 is a 0. But this is first for non-zero term, so you can't count it. You cannot count this first term. You have to skip it. Derivative of x is 1. X square is 2x. 3x square, 4x to the cube, and the general term would be nx to the n minus 1. So what happened to the IOC? Is it same or it will change? Any idea? Max, you found the antiderivative. That's what you wrote is on the next page 27. What you did is on the page number 27. We are going to do it. Okay, so guys, tell me about IOC. Is it same or different? Remember when we did chapter 8.8, the homework, when derivative integration, IOC may change. Radius will be still same. Radius will be still same. You must check endpoint. ROC is same. If you use the ratio test, you will get the same answer. But IOC may change. Must check endpoint. Let's check the endpoint. And I'm explaining checking about endpoint is such a lousy job some students did in the homework is x is equal to 1, x is equal to -1. Substitute 1 to the n minus 1. You have to keep this series notation, -1 to the n minus 1. So tell me what's happening? Converge, diverge by what test? You have to say the name. What will happen? Too early for calculus? Guys, tell me what's the answer here? Both will converge. Which one converge? Which one diverge?
The one on the right with x equals -1 would converge by the alternating series.
Alternating series, but what are the conditions of alternating series?
It has to be alternating, decreasing, and limit approaches 0.
Is limit going to be 0? No.
It diverges by the nth term test.
Both diverges by nth term test, correct. Last term is not 0. This is not AST because it's not decreasing. So IOC is still same. Okay, so this is very interesting. This is what I want to explain. Use your answer to be in find the sum of infinite series. This is, I have seen this type of question in AP exam worth 2 points out of 9. And students cannot think what to do. How do we make connection between these two? So it's not that bad. I want you to compare this and tell me what's the value of x. Compare, tell me what's the value of x. Come on guys, compare. That's it.
1/3.
X is 1/3. So what's the sum? What's the sum? 1 over 1 minus 1/3 square. That's the answer. That's the answer. It's like too simple and you can stop here. Do not simplify. If it is multiple choice question, then only you simplify. The answer is 9/4. So let's take a look at page number 27. Page number 27. And here on this page, we did the derivative. On the other page, we are going to do antiderivative. So page number 27. This is the copy. I'm not going to, can I skip this? Which is the same as the other page, right? Check page number 26. This is the same. Same as page number 26. A, that's the same. 1 over 1 minus x. And actually, it would be a good idea for you to write it down. It would be a good idea for you to write it down so that you get a practice. You get a practice. Let me also write it down for you all so that it helps. And this is how we memorize also. 1 plus x squared. Remember, power this geometric series does not have a factorial. Biggest difference between these and e to the x is e to the x has all those factorials in the denominator. And IOC is -1 to the 1. Okay, so here, this part, antiderivative now. You have to do the antiderivative. guys, do not take a shortcut. If you have seen my notes, that's I took a shortcut, but get in a habit of rewriting this. This will be 1 plus t square t cube t to the n dt. Find the antiderivative in terms of t, which is t square over 2 power rule, t to the third over 3, t to the 4 over 4, t to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 FTC, fundamental theorem of calculus. And that will give me, replace now with x. So x square over 2, third over 3, 4 over 4, general term, n plus 1 over n plus 1. Question about IOC. Question about IOC. ROC is same. IOC, you must check the end point, because when you integrate the series or when you find the derivative of the series, end point may different. And isn't this common sense? Because you are messing up with the n. You are messing up with the power when you find the derivative or integration. So here, write the general term 1 to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. And I want you to make a decision here. Which one is converging and which one is diverging and why? So now look carefully here. By what test? Which convert, which diverge? Correct. This is, now you can see last term will be 0, decreasing because it's in the denominator. Conditions of this is decreasing with limit of 0. Unfortunately, in AP exam, they give you only 1 point for checking both endpoints, which is like too little, but well, there is a fine line between 4 and 5. So I would like not take chances. It converges by AST. This is diverges by, you can say diverging P series also. And IOC is negative, 1 is inclusive, 1 is not inclusive. Yes, DCT, also you can say DCT, comparison test. You don't even have to say the name. You can say comparison test with P series. So here, how do you make a connection with a 4? Oh, by the way, I forgot to make the antiderivative part. Thank you, Max. What will be the antiderivative? 0 to x, 1 over 1 minus t dt. Any idea what will be this answer? The actual antiderivative, so that we can use here. What will be the actual antiderivative? Let me write it down here.
X to the n plus 1 over n plus 1.
Okay, 0 to x, 1 over 1 minus t dt. What? I'm sorry, what you said, x to the n plus 1 over?
N plus 1.
No, this part.
Oh.
Our back to our normal antiderivative, not the term by term. I see some students wrote the answer. Yes, nice. This is the wake-up call for several students. That's the answer. How? Where does the negative sign come from? So this is again a review. Let's talk about reviewing for AP exam as well. This is the finale. Actually, I just changed the order. So I'm showing you here again. U is 1 minus t. Du is negative dt. rewrite this -1 over u du, which will be negative ln u, which will be negative ln 1 minus t. Anyway, so let's compare. What's the answer for this now? What's the x value? 1/3, right? Is it x 1/3? So the answer will be, now I'm reviewing log, x properties of log, negative ln 2/3, which is the same as ln 3/2. Multiple choice question, you have to be very careful. 1 minus 1/3 is a 2/3. Negative ln 2/3 is the same as ln 3/2. I'm glad that so many of you made a connection with this. You remembered antiderivative. Awesome. Okay, so last but not least, very good question. This is like a very interesting question. So power series center 3, how can we do the manipulation? Let's talk about this. Center is a 3. So try to rewrite as if I have a over 1 minus r, let's say, right? A over 1 minus x, let's say. How do you make this piece as a 3 units to the right? How can you change this? What's the transformation? 3 units to the right. X minus 3. So try to write this as, again, manipulation. Try to write as x minus 3. That's the first thing. Manipulation techniques I'm explaining here. How do you write as x minus 3? Okay, so I'm just changing. Okay, so now we can say 5 is a 5. Here is a 4. What would be this number so that I get a 4? What goes in this box? Manipulation technique is you have to write a over 1 minus x minus c. C is the center. You're trying to rewrite what goes in the box. Any idea? Yep, tell me, Anna.
Would it be 7?
Let's check. If I say 7, so 7 minus x plus 3. Remember, we distribute. That gives me 10. I need a 4. So, nope. One more time. You cannot divide by 4. Let me explain again, guys. Why cannot divide by 4? Show you again why divide by 4 is not possible, giving me center 3. If I divide everything by 4, my center will be 0. Do you see that? It's a horizontal dilation by 1/4. That's not what we want. We want to shift 3 units to the right. So you have to have x minus 3. That's the beginning with. Now, if you don't understand all these, by all means, go ahead, find those 4 derivatives. That's also fine. Okay, so now we got it. A over 1 minus r, right? So let's expand. Let's expand. F of x is 5 over 4 minus x. I'm going to rewrite as 5 over 1 minus x minus 3, which is same as, now let's expand. Expanding is first term, this is my a, 1 minus r. So first term is 5. And each time you multiply by common ratio, which is x minus 3. This is the fastest way to get the series. The long way to do it is finding all those derivatives. So this is first 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. And general term would be n. Isn't this cool? Without doing so much work, if you understand that this is a horizontal transformation, 3 units to the left, right, so you have to get the center. This is your x minus 3. Okay, so question is, what's the interval of convergence? This is where multiple choice question would be. Interval of convergence, my absolute value r is x minus 3. X minus 3, which has to be less than 1. So taking you back to algebra 1, center is 3. Radius is 1. That means go 1 unit here, 1 unit here, which will be 2 and 4. So IOC, interval of convergence, is purely between 2 and 4. It's only converges inside, never at the end point. It will not do at the end point. The traditional way to do this problem, is finding Taylor series. I'm going to show you again, guys. If you did not understand this manipulation, this is the way to do it. Taylor series. This is the long way to do it. Find the general term, do the ratio test, check the endpoints to find the IOC. Why do so much work if we make a connection, rational function, if we can rewrite as a geometric series? Okay, so any question, concern? Thank you so much, guys. I did not want to take your extra time. Do put in your genuine efforts on those homework questions. Make a list. Tomorrow, I'm not asking you to come mandatory. Thank you for coming today. Tomorrow I will be still available, but based on need, So tell me, did this help you? Tell me, Anna. Yes.
Ms. Patel, I have a question. On the homework, it says find the sum. Would that just be what we've been doing?
Find the sum is, like I said, explained yesterday, that you have to make a connection. Yes, replace. Exactly.
Okay, so it'd be basically finding the sigma notation.
No, find the sum means I can help you, okay, with this one. If anybody need help, I'm explaining this. If anybody need to leave, please leave. I just want to, and I just hang in there for a minute. I will be, if you are not in hurry, I just want to teach this as well. I don't mind. But guys, overall, if anybody, do you find helpful this extra extra half an hour? I just feel like I wish I can, but I'm trying to back out also. At some point, I feel guilty about pushing you, but then I have to be like Mr. Jernigan. He said, don't worry, don't feel guilty. It's for their good. And I said, no, I have to do it within my boundaries also. Thank you so much. Yes, now let's prepare on Thursday after school session as well. Okay, stay if you want to get help with this homework, or you feel free to leave if you have to. So think about this kind of question. E to the x, find the sum. This is not a sigma notation. I'm asking you to make a connection with e to the x. So what's the series for e to the x? Let's think of 1 plus, you have to, this is what if you memorize, it would help. E to the x is 1x, remember? X square over 2 factorial, x to the 3rd over 3 factorial. These are typical multiple choice questions. X to the n over n factorial. Tell me, what is x is equal to? Can you compare? What's the value of x? So what this answer is?
Does x equal 3?
Correct, x equal to 3. So what's this answer is?
E to the 3.
E to the 3. multiple choice question. And this is the reason, guys, I want you to memorize those 6 series. Memorize
Patel.
those 6 series. Yes, please.
We have to show all that work to.
No, this is a multiple choice question. If you write the e to the x and you can write x equal to 3 and this is fine.
Okay,
I'm not making it homework. This page homework is thinking process, you know, because these are multiple choice questions actually. So think about this one. What is this? Write the series for sine x. And now why I say sine x? Why sine? Come on, guys, take a look here. Why sine? Does it look sine? You have to spot the series. This is not going to help you at all. The general term will help you to see why I said sine, why not cosine.
Because 2n plus 1 means it's going to be an
Correct.
odd function.
Correct. Yes, that's right. So what's the value of x in this case? And the best practice is write it down underneath, like, you know, x to the 3rd over 3 factorial, x to the 5th, 5 factorial, and onwards. What's the value of x? 2. So answer will be not 2. Multiple choice question. One of the answer will be 2. Don't choose 2. Sine of 2. So understand the concept here is this is the same as if you use a summation notation, it's not going to make a deal. But this is equal to sine of 2. I'm not asking for this answer. I'm asking for this answer. So number 3, you should be able to look at the general term and see what kind of series is this. This is helping you to see what kind of series is that. A is the first term, not necessarily all the time A is a 1. You have to check.
Ms. Patel,
Yes.
for the second problem on this page, how would we justify the answer? For example, for like for A, would you just use the little graph that we did?
No. You don't have to justify anything. You are just making connection here that x is a 2. Because this is 2 to the 3rd. This is 2 to the 5th. See?
Oh, I'm talking about the next problem.
Oh, next one. This one?
It's the last one on the page.
Oh, last. Oh, got it. Oh, I mean, I got it. This one, right?
Yeah, for the reason.
Oh, the justification is the graphical. Remember yesterday I explained that this is -3. Was it? I'm trying to remember where I was.
Yeah, there's this one and 5.
What was this number? I think 2.
Yeah, 2 and
Right.
then 6.
Okay, so justification, let's pick a number. Which one you are writing about? Let's say C, right? So this power series converges if x equal to 2. What would be the answer? Which one would you choose? Must be? We don't know. Because we don't know information here. We confirm, we know for sure that that's converges. Inside everywhere, definitely converge. We don't know what's happening at 2. So this would be maybe. Okay, why? Because we are not, that's the end point. We do not have enough information what's happening at the end point. Not enough info about end point because A of k is unknown. Do you see? That's what. Now think about x equal to 1. What would be? Must be, cannot be, or maybe? Which one would you choose for number of x is 1? Where is x is 1 here? Here, right? So which should be the answer? Must, cannot, or maybe? Must be, because it's within the radius of convergence. We know for sure if the point, like based on the radius of convergence, if we are center is -3, you are given 100% that this is converges. That means all these converge. It based on the symmetry, if 5 point on this side, 5 on the other side, so that we end up at 2. 1 is within the boundary. So it must be, because 1 is in the boundary within those answers. It is within possible IOC. If you check my notes, I have written that it is within possible IOC. What about -10? -10 is what? -10 cannot be, right? What about -9? So try to think about this based on this. I think my answers are slightly different.
Miss Patel,
Yes.
for that one, I said -10 might be because we only know that x diverges at 6, so the other endpoint could be 6, and then like
That's what I was looking at my answer key here, because I have said that it's maybe.
that, yeah, I put maybe.
Yeah, that's what I have that too. I'm looking at that 6 is diverging, right? So that's not true. And that means these are also never true. So if you go the same distance on the other side, you will end up at -12. And you don't know all this, but these are the question mark. So that's why it's maybe. That's what you know for sure, 6 and onwards diverge. So if you look at the same distance on the other side, that's diverge, like forbidden. You know red color is 100% converge, but those are the question mark because we do not have enough information. My answer key is correct. Guys, my answer key is correct. We can not guarantee. Yes, Anna, tell me.
How do you get to -12?
Okay, so 2 and this is extra 4, right?
Oh, and then from 8. Okay.
So if let me make it nicer picture, guys. Nicer picture is for sure you understand is I use it. If you use a different color, then you can say -8 and 2. I'm 100% sure this is like a good part. This is good. I don't know here. Then 6 is I don't, this is we don't, this is no. This is no, 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 no. And that will be no, 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 which is 12. This is like 100% don't know. Now question mark is I don't know here, I don't know here, I don't know here. That's what, maybe, if that helps. The black color is cannot. The question mark is maybe, and the solid pink color is must be. The reasoning is based on this information. Okay, guys, we are not meeting today. Tomorrow, I would really appreciate if you put some effort, read. I have, like, my package I have created is, textbook is useless for this. The person who has been working in College Board, I adapted some of that notes and I use these notes from that person. And it's really, really like to the point, you know, to the point. All we need is lots of practice, practice, practice. The reason for practice is when we see the question, the mind start processing and we pick up the speed. All we have to work on speed and memorizing all those series. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great Tuesday, terrific Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm not making it mandatory, but I will be still available. And don't hesitate to ever send me email if you have any question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mhm.